My name is Liz Rowlinson. I'm a property journalist covering international property. I'm here to introduce a session on buying a property in Portugal with Ideal Homes. And I've got here Angela Worrell, a director at Ideal Homes, a leading estate agency in Portugal and indeed some other countries. And we're here today to talk about what's happening in Portugal, what Ideal Homes do, the Golden Visa, and also showcase three lovely properties and get a bit of intelligence on what you can get, how these properties might suit you. So Angela, hello.
Hi.
You're obviously a Brit who's gone to live in the Algarve. Tell us a bit about your background, and then what Ideal Homes do.
Okay. Yes, I've been here now 15 years. I actually decided to come over just like out of the blue. Never really knew anything about Portugal. And friends of mine came over to live here. And shortly after they moved over, I lost my husband. And I thought, I need to start a new life somewhere else, try something different without him. I got on an aeroplane on New Year's Eve with a suitcase and I came to Portugal and absolutely loved it and never wanted to go back. So 15 years on, I met my husband actually 3 months after I arrived here, so quite soon. We're now married with 4 dogs, and we live in the countryside. And yeah, it's a great way of living. I love the weather. And I came to work for Ideal Homes about 6 years ago. I came here as a telemarketer, and I have a lot of experience in the UK's management, and I became the director over this time. So it's been great to grow with the company and get involved with everything and see it grow. We do everything. So anything that someone wants to do when they're buying a property, we can help them with. So from the day that we meet them and we first start talking to them, we can hold their hand through everything. So we have the lawyer. Obviously, you can choose your own lawyer, but we do recommend one. We have architects who can help if you want to build your own property. We have sales consultants out there that know absolutely everything about the Algarve and the properties that we sell. We have listers going out there trying to find you the right property, so that we're suiting the property to you rather than as just finding something to sell you. It's about what you want. So we really listen to us clients. We also have a rental management company. So we do all the rentals, we do after sales, so everything, we get key ready. And basically we help you, we can help you with absolutely any aspect of buying a property and make sure that you know everything that's going on and that and you're working with someone that's safe and understands the process.
A one-stop shop for buying a home in Portugal, indeed.
Yes.
And Portugal, remains a really popular location. It was number 3 in our top places to buy abroad index for this year. And with its tax incentive and residency schemes, which we'll move on to, it's still a very attractive proposition, apart from the lifestyle and climate, etc., reasons you've already alluded to. So obviously, COVID has changed a lot. It's really frustrating that we can't visit, Portugal, and buyers can't get out at the moment, mostly. So can you just touch on, I mean, we wouldn't really have heard about virtual viewings or Zooms a year ago, but how have you managed to sort of do virtual viewings for clients? And I believe you've sold some properties purely on the back of a virtual viewing.
Yeah. To be honest, last year around this time, our business was totally different. We used to do viewing trips and bring clients over, and we had to change direction. And it was quite exciting. At first, it was quite like frightening, and then it got really exciting. And we decided to start doing virtual tours, and we've really got on board with that, and it's been fantastic. As consultants go out and they'll be in the property with the client on the telephone, they can answer all the questions. So it's very much like being here in a sense. So it's really gone. I mean, we've done a lot of tours with people, and we have actually had a really good year. And I would say we've had the best August that we've ever had, and now we're on the best January we've ever had. And this is all through tours. But I think it's because everything that the client needs to do, we can do virtually. And it's a good time at the moment because people have got more time on their hands to actually really look into it and make sure they're doing the right thing. I mean, we do mortgages, we have a mortgage broker. Even that can all be done remotely. And so people are getting mortgages at 1.2, 1%, and 80% of the property value. So all these things can be done, and the information is shared just the same as if they was here. And it's worked really, really well.
Yes, I remember having a chat with the boss of Ideal Homes, Chris White, about how putting the phone on the dashboard and literally driving people round an area, because you can get to see not just inside the property, the finish, but you can see the whole drive around, see the views. It's wonderful, and
Yeah,
I think this is a part of the industry that's going to actually stay. Even after we
definitely.
can physically, there's no replacement for getting out, seeing it in the flesh. But I think that it opens up a lot, and it can actually quicken up the process by honing down your search, and by watching the sort of little virtual tours that we're going to see in a minute. You can make that decision of sort of cutting down your choices more quickly, don't you reckon?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And a lot of time as well, if it's say an off-plan building, you don't see anything when you get here anyway. It's more about the figures and the facts. And if you've got the right people telling you exactly what you can make from that investment as well, it's helpful to do in your own time, sat on your sofa, and have the same information. But yeah, we will definitely, this is a way to go forward, without a doubt. It will carry on. Yeah, we will have tours still where people come over in the future, but I do think this will give people a lot more knowledge actually before they get here as well, so they're not spending the money on coming over here to
Mm.
something that maybe didn't suit them. So before they get here, we can do all that, and I think, yeah, going forward, it's going to be all about webinars and virtual tours and things like that.
So yeah, so there's the sort of the very personal sort of agent walkthrough option we've alluded to, but there's
Yeah.
also a lot of slick marketing videos out there, and we're gonna sample. We're gonna move on to that now, and we're gonna look firstly at a property for 595,000, which is a renovated 3-bedroom villa in Tunis. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but Angela, you can tell me about the area. And it's I think it's not far from where you live, and it's on a large plot with 3 bedrooms, and it comes turnkey. So I'm going to play the video, and we're going to watch the video first, and then we'll have a chat. A stunning property, beautiful. So
It
tell
is.
us about the area of it, Angela.
Okay, so it's a countryside villa. Being in the countryside, you get more for your money. So you're getting a lot for your money here. You're about 15 to 20 minutes drive to the sea. We've got a lot of towns around you. So you've got it's very close to Perderne. Perderne's a very traditional little village that has lots of parties generally. Um,
You
it's
know about that.
it's literally a few minutes in the car into Tunes, which has got the train station, so you can go all the way along the coast, all the way to Lisbon from there. So it's really easy access to get anywhere along the Algarve. And it's near Messines, which is a big town, so you've got everything you need in Messines. So it's very easy access to a lot of places. Algarve is just 5 minutes away. The place is called Foral. It's not a large place, but it's quite a few expat people in there. It's quite a expat community, but not just UK, we've got a variety of nationalities. So there's, I mean, my neighbour's Portuguese, another one's from Israel. There's Germans, Dutch, and so it's a really good area to live in. And I live there. So I've been here 15 years, and that's where I've chose to live. So obviously it's a good place to be. The house itself has been renovated, and it's like new. It's been really well renovated, everything done in it, and it's very neutral. So the bathrooms all match. It's easy. It's an easy house to move into, and like I say, it's set in 5,000 square meters of land, which most of the houses around that area are, which means it keeps it private, and the land's mainly landscaped, so easy to maintain. The house is actually on at 595 at the moment, but I do believe, like usually you may get around up to a 5% discount. You know, when you put an offer in, you might save some money. But I do believe at the moment, with this house, you would get somewhere near 7%. If you was willing to purchase it now. So really, really good offer. I will be very jealous of the person that buys this property, because they're going to get a lot of property for a low amount of money.
I think it's gorgeous.
It is.
And I mean, it's big enough for a full. I mean, would you imagine someone who might buy this to be living full time like you? I mean, it would suit both, but I mean, who do you think who the buyer for this might be?
I think it could be a variety. It could be a family. It could be a couple, but like a lot of space. It has actually got upstairs as you go downstairs is 2 bedrooms, then upstairs is the master suite, and from that is like a little lounge area, and the views are stunning. They're lovely country views. So someone working remotely. I
was going to say home office,
yeah, and it's so comfortable. Great environment to be in. So I think it's a variety. You could rent it out. It would rent through the summer for a good amount of money. So if you could look at it like doing that. Maybe not as much in the winter, but it would be a good summer rent. So yeah, it is a really, really good property. There's also a bit of negotiation might be able to be done as well, of a free car and some of the furniture. So yeah,
brilliant. I was going to ask you that, because when it's described as turnkey, does that mean furniture or not?
It depends.
Right.
If it's turnkey, if it's a new property, a development, then yeah, it usually includes the furniture. If it's a property, an individual property, it could mean it's ready to move your furniture in and nothing needs doing.
Yeah.
But very often furniture does get included or sold with the property over here.
So if I put in an offer and saw the tour and wanted to buy that, could I complete the whole process without physically getting to Portugal?
Yes. The lawyer will sort out your fiscal numbers, all your those kind of things that you need to purchase it. They will do practically everything and give you you can give the lawyer a power of attorney, and he can literally do anything. Even one bit, bank accounts were very hard to open unless you was here, but I do believe now that you can actually do that in some cases remotely. So yeah, you can actually purchase it from not actually being here.
Brilliant. So I mean, that might take sort of 3 months at the very most, but potentially, and then you could hopefully by the autumn, at least, or maybe even more, you could get out. So wow, okay.
Yeah.
So
the buying process actually is like, I mean, if everybody's ready to go, you can do a sale within 3 or 4 weeks. It's on average we say around 12 weeks, but if everybody's ready to move on it, then it can be very quick.
Brilliant. So okay, well, we're going to have a look at another property. This one is at 465,000 euros. It's a condo in Calvaro. So we'll watch we'll have a look at the film now. So Angela, this is tell us about this development and what it offers, and a little bit about Calvaro, which I think sort of sits slightly in the middle of the west and the central Algarve, but you're the expert on that.
Yeah, it is. It's Calvaro. Calvaro is a lovely little fishing town. Lots going on there, and there's lots to do in the area. And yes, it's kind of on the edge of central and west. The development is absolutely top notch, really, really beautiful development it is. And the properties are townhouses, and they're really, really huge. You get, again, a lot for your money. They actually have a basement underneath as well, the full size of the property, with natural light coming in. So you can do anything with that light. You can have a cinema room combined with a games room, pool table, massive area. These properties these come turnkey, totally turnkey, to even down to your spoons. So everything within there, what you've just seen, is will come with the property. You can rent the property out through the development, and you're guaranteed a 3.5% return, and you don't have to pay any condominium fees or anything like that. It's a 5-star resort, so they keep it up to that standard. So there's a lot of advantages with this. It's 15 minutes walk to the beach, and the beaches along there are stunning. So you've got all the caves and the rocky beaches. So some of the best blue flag beaches in Europe. I mean, it has been awarded, Algarve, as the best beach destination in Europe. So yeah, and that's where they most are in Calvaro area. So yeah, there's the views you don't quite see on that video as good as what they are. You never find, when you take a photo or a video, you understand that it's not like being there. And the actual sea view is stunning. They're all south facing, and they've all got views, and they all also have their own private pools. Every single one of them, which is not very often that you find a townhouse development.
No, for that budget, that's quite good.
Yeah, and it's been helpful as well, because last year the rentals in there were really, really good. Even though with COVID, the rentals were good, and I think that was also because they've got their own individual pools. People were more comfortable having their own pool rather than sharing. So a lot of advantages, you know, we can give people a lot more detail on all these properties if they get in touch and talk to us.
Brilliant. Okay, so the third property we're gonna look at is at 340,000 euros. This is more around the typical budget for people searching on a place in the sun.com last year was £301. So that's not far off that. This is a slightly longer video, and we've got your colleague John Malpass walking through this property, which is a new development in Lagos. So we'll have a look at that. I mean, Lagos is a very popular area for you, which I think John talks about in the video on the Western Algarve. So we'll watch the video now.
Hi, welcome. I'm John. I work for Ideal Homes Portugal here in the lovely Algarve, on the southern tip of Portugal. If you've never been to the Algarve, you're missing a treat. Today I'm over in the western Lagos side with the developer. We've worked with Ideal Homes for many, many years now, and he does do some beautiful, beautiful apartments. When I say beautiful, the style of them, the quality of them, they are special. And this particular one is called Santa Maria, and it's just literally in the centre of Lagos. And you've got stunning views down to the Maya Praia beach over in the distance. But the thing about Lagos is it's actually got like caves, and you've got to go out on a boat. There's so much to see in Lagos. There's a mixture of old town, mixture of the new town. They've brought it all together. And for investment purposes, if you buy something in Lagos, there's not many hotels, so it's got a great rental potential. I know on our rentals team at Ideal Homes, Lagos is one of the most popular places to buy and use as an investment for renting. As you walk in, the thing about this developer is he does make things so flush. I mean, the wood, all this is storage areas, it's wardrobes, all fully fitted. And this development now, he's changed some things in the bedrooms. You don't have ugly doorknobs to open to go into an ensuite. I'll explain about that as I go along. I'll show you that in a minute. But as you say, you walk in here, lovely hallway, bright, airy, cupboards everywhere, and then you walk into the lounge. I've got to say, floor to ceiling windows. Now you might think, well, but the profile around those windows is minimal. So you take more advantages of the view. So you can sit in your lounge, sit at the breakfast bar in the kitchen, and you've got views down over to the coast and over to the rooftops of Lagos. And as I said, Lagos is a very, very buzzing town. In the summertime, it's great. It's got a market, it's got the marina, it's got some amazing restaurants, amazing beaches. There's lots to do here. You're about 50 minutes from the airport, from Faro. So it's a 50-minute drive down the motorway and the A22 on the western side. And if you like surfing, you can go further down to Sagres on the tip down there, and it's a surfer's paradise down there. So always something to do. There are quite a few that have already been sold, and this is the block A and there's block B, all with great views. So 3 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, 3 ensuite, storage areas. I'm afraid the kitchen's not in this one yet, but the kitchens are ultra modern, clean lines and beautiful. So we'll take you into the bedrooms now. Okay, here we are in bedroom 1. Nice, bright, sunny. Lovely aspects, view outside there, big balcony. All the finishes, as I said earlier about the wood, it's very, very clean and minimalistic. These are not finished, there's doors to go on this side. But then, these are your wardrobes, that's where your bed will go. This is your clean door to go into your lovely shower ensuite. Okay, from bedroom 1, back into the hallway, into bedroom 2. Or bedroom 2, same design. As I said, clean lines, lovely woodwork, again, ensuite to there. It's a decent sized bedroom, fitted wardrobes again, those lovely windows. I may keep going on about the windows, I'm sorry, but I hate seeing windows when you have views with panes and blocks everywhere. This is just beautiful. So it's a picture postcard. You can look outside and you've got your view. The views on this particular apartment, some of them, the bedrooms are at the back of the block, but on the other side, where the kitchen and lounges, as we'll see in a minute, you've got the sea views. So here we are in the main master bedroom. Straight in, okay, straight into your ensuite bathroom on the side there. And then straight into a larger, it is much larger than the other 2 bedrooms. In fact, I would estimate it's probably twice the size of each one of those. So fully fitted wardrobes, obviously the doors to be hung properly. Big balcony outside. Lovely windows again. Everything comes with air conditioning here, underfloor heating, all the mod cons. So the air conditioning you can do cold, you can do humidifier, and you can do heat as well. But these are all thermal insulating, and they are A+ on the energy. So very, very good, and everything is top notch, I promise you, on this one, right? So, further ado, let's take a look in the lounge and the kitchen. Right, from the hallway into this, I've got to say, it's a humongously big lounge and kitchen, combined, open plan, with views. Wherever you look, you've got a view, whether it's the beach, Maya Praia in the distance, or at night, the twinkling lights here of the rooftops of Lagos there will be stunning, absolutely stunning. Marina is only just over there as well. So open plan lounge, kitchens to be finished, but decent sized kitchens. Air conditioning. Now we're all used to air conditioning now, wherever we live, we have air conditioning units. But where are they? Stuck on a wall, objects. What he does now, he ducts it all. So you don't actually see the air conditioning units. So you'll have air conditioning ducted all through the property, but no ugly units to look at. Here we are on this large balcony outside, taking in the views of Lagos. Now the prices at Santa Maria, there's 2 blocks as we can see at the moment, and they are starting at 245,000 euros, going up to like the top level and the penthouses at 950,000. Now a lot have sold, and I think the 950,000 one has just recently sold, but I can check on that for you. If you've got any questions, or I can get the up-to-date price list and what is available for each and every apartment. So you've got 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms and penthouse as well if it is available. So anybody thinking about purchasing a property here in the Algarve, maybe you're considering a golden visa. Well, don't hold too long? Because the golden visa is changing this year, 1st of July.
Okay, so yeah, it's a lot. I mean, Lagos is, I know if you want to, there's a lot of variety in Lagos, but if you're wanting a rental investment, this is the place to buy one. I mean, it is where everybody goes to on holiday. There's not many, like John said, there's not many hotels around there. So you do get a really good rental income, and you get a good return on investment in these properties. The developers that have built this one in particular, and quite a few around there, have been in the business, their family, for 30 years, and they will offer bank guarantees, so that there's no risk taking or anything. This is about literally buying a great investment. And like the golden visa is has been a fantastic thing for everybody who's out of Europe to be able to become a citizen in Portugal. Obviously now that is open to the UK people as well. But you've got to move fast, because there's going to be changes on the 1st of July. Whether that will mean that it will be cancelled or the price bracket will go up, we're not quite sure. But we do know there will be changes. So if you're wanting to do that, now is the time to do it, and you will be able to have the freedom to travel in Europe straight away when you apply for it, and within 5 years then you get your citizenship. So it's great. And like I said, the properties themselves are such good quality, and we have got more things coming up as well this year. It's going to be a very exciting year all along the Algarve. In different areas we've got a lot of exciting new developments as well, but the quality of this one that you've just seen, it reflects in practically all, especially in Lagos. There's a lot of Scandinavians buying Lagos. They like the quality, and these are built for that kind of market as well. So good value.
Just on the, I think the golden visa is going to be immensely important in Portugal and some other countries for Britons now. Can you just, so it started off with you had to buy a property for €500,000. Then I think they lowered it to 400 for the Algarve. Is that correct?
Yeah, it goes on the density of the population within that area. So the Algarve was classed as low density. So the threshold of what you had to invest came down to 400,000.
Great. And the changes to which you allude is that I believe it's going to be it's currently going through the Portuguese Parliament at the moment, but they've basically said that the offering in Porto and Lisbon is going to change. Whether the threshold will go up or whether they get rid of it completely is soon to be seen. But I mean, we're focusing, I mean, on the Algarve. It's not so high density, but I mean, it's advisable to crack on before July if you want to be absolutely sure, I guess.
Yeah, you need to start looking at the property obviously now, and I would say at least I've got something definite by April to know. I mean, once you apply, you're within the system of being able to apply for that. But just to make sure, I would say I would feel more comfortable if by April I knew what property I was buying and I was starting the process to be able to know I'm definitely going to get it.
Sure. And a gold visa, you have to, what is the process? I mean, do you pay, can you just briefly say what the process is for applying?
Okay, yeah, so obviously the lawyer will do all the detail work for you, the expert on it, done many of them before. So you'll start the process, and there is different parts where you have to pay some money to get to go on to the next phase and the next phase. It happens over 5 years. You have to spend a certain amount of time in the property. The first year, I think it's 2 weeks, and then after that, it's a week. So there's nothing, no major criteria. The major criteria is that you spend that amount of money. Yeah, and you can always also as well, there is, if you buy a property over 30 years old that needs renovating, you can actually spend 280 and get that.
Wow, okay.
There's not, we can find those. There is some of those around. So at the moment as well, that's going to change obviously when we get to July, but it's there now. So people need to start looking now if it's something they want to do. And like I say, in the 5 years, you become a citizen. So you've been able to travel around Europe freely, but then you've become a citizen and your any independence. So your children will also become citizens in Portugal. So it's a fantastic scheme. I mean, we have lots of people, Americans especially, that do the golden visa.
Yeah, I think it's going to be quite important. And can you buy, you could buy 2 properties I mean, in Portugal you're not going to get much for 100,000 euros in your area anyway. You could buy more than 1 property, couldn't you? And
Yeah.
sort of, yeah. But
Yeah,
what
it's
about,
it's within a certain time. So even if you've actually got a property, so you own a property now that you paid 250,000 for last year, I think it might be 2 years, but last year, the lawyer can put that into if you buy another one at 250 or whatever. So it's not only about what you're purchasing now. So if you've already got something, it could be a really good advantage to right now go for the golden visa by just buying another apartment or a property.
That's really interesting that you can do it retrospectively.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, and I mean, really, if you've got you're not going to get much on the sort of the nice areas of the Algarve for less than sort of 300,000 euros, are you?
No.
So this is going to be useful for a lot of people.
Yes, it is. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we have got a development at the moment that's been selling really well called the Vines. They did actually start at 149, and I think the cheapest one now available is 165 or 164. That's a good development to look at as well, because again, it's a good starting point to be able to get into the Algarve on a new project with a lower amount of money.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, thank you for that. You've got lots more properties on your, well, you've got lots listed on a placeinthesun.com, and a lot of them have got virtual tours as well. Is that right? Are you doing it for most properties now?
We're trying. We've got 360s virtual tours. So if we do a virtual tour, we'll put it on. So you know, it's building up and building up. So we do a lot of webinars as well, where we go and sit and talk about the properties within the properties. So they're really good to look at, because it gives you. We try to do a variety, so people get to see different areas, different products from their own home, just sat watching, and then they can decide that, you know, they want to get in touch with us at their own free will.
Yeah, and even having a chat, you know, we're sort of doing a Zoom chat, seeing someone's FaceTime, it builds up that trust that I think people are feeling more reassured about, and we've all changed the way we're sort of doing stuff. So
Yeah,
it's really refreshing to hear what's going to be possible, because it's going to be tricky to get out at the moment.
yeah.
So
We can do a call where the lawyer's on there, the rental manager, the mortgage broker. So it's good fun as well. And, you know, with the client all talking and asking questions and getting a lot of information, like I say, sat in their own comfort.
yeah. Brilliant. Well, look, there's going to be lots more resources on and details on the properties that we've looked at on. This is all going to be packaged together on the placeinthesun.com webinars and Portuguese section, and Ideal Homes will you'll be able to see lots more properties from you, and we're going to be doing we're also going to be doing a sort of Brexit webinar on Portugal soon, which look out for that. So thank you. If there's anything else, do you want to add anything else, Angela? Or have you sort of any tips for buyers over the next few months?
I think, yes, tune in to everything that you possibly can, get as much information as you can from everyone. Do the virtual tours. It's, you know, if you feel comfortable purchasing through one of them, then do it. Because we will be able to help you all the way. And I would say I'm in probably one of the best places to be right now. The sun is shining. It's very relaxed, and everybody seems quite happy to a certain extent.
Oh, I'm very envious of you indeed, as I'm sure many people are who are watching this. So thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I hope that's been useful. And it's bye-bye from me, and bye from Angela. Thanks
Bye
again.
bye. Take care.